Hi YouTubers, it's Smokeless again for the second video today. Why am I doing another video today, you may ask? Well, I'm actually doing a video response to a video that was posted a long time ago. I'm not sure how many of you watch MudJug1's channel. He does dipping related videos, dipping tobacco and chewing tobacco. This is actually a response to one of his videos, one of his more notable videos. By notable I mean prolific, famous videos. Anyway, so this video is about, or the video that he made is called How Smokeless Tobacco Can Save Your Life. And he basically talked about his long video, I think it was almost a half an hour. He basically talked about, I hope he approves my response, because I do enjoy watching his videos. He's quite a funny character and he's very smart. So anyway, if you're watching MudJug. Anyway, so he was talking about, people's perception about smokeless tobacco. Now, the only smokeless tobacco I use, or I have used, is snuff. Nasal snuff. The snuff you go and sniff. I've never used chew, dip, snooze, plug, twist, anything like that. But I don't detest anyone who does. It's really your choice, as long as you're, a legal age adult to use chewing tobacco, dipping tobacco, or any kind of tobacco for that matter. Anyway, so he talked about in his video, people have, a certain perception about smokeless tobacco, how they think it's really bad, they think it's really horrible for you, how society has almost brainwashed people, into thinking it's so bad, He talked about, he referred, what I'm trying to say is he was referencing a book by a doctor. Basically, it was called For Smokers Only, how smokeless tobacco can save your life, basically. And but I want to talk about this video, and I know my camera only records 10 minutes, so it's gonna be a short video. But anyway, I just want to talk about, why do people think smokeless tobacco, or specifically chewing tobacco and dipping tobacco, are so bad for you? So why do people have this perception in their head that chewing tobacco and dipping tobacco are so bad? Well, to answer this question, the reason why people think that if you chew, you dip, you chew some chaw, you dip some snuff, it's so incredibly bad for you, it goes back to about 25 years ago, to the late 80s, early 90s. Back then, in the mid to late 80s, early 90s, there was this, not a real fear, but almost like a idea or belief that smokeless tobacco, any kind of oral smokeless tobacco, was so incredibly dangerous. It was like, you basically, if you chew tobacco, you're basically wearing a shirt that says, "Please give me mouth cancer. Please give me mouth cancer." And the reason that was because in the late 80s, early 90s, there were these very isolated, not isolated, but there was these very highly publicized cases of these very, very young people developing oral cancer from smokeless tobacco. So the three ones I know of off the top of my head were Rick Bender, who lost like half his face to the cancer from the use of dipping tobacco. The other one was, I can't pronounce this guy's name. I always just call him the German kid. He was a very young kid. He only was 17 when he got cancer, and he ended up losing like half his jaw and part of his face. And the last one, unfortunately, was Sean Marcy, who ended up dying from cancer. So anyway, because of these highly publicized, and these weren't just well, big deal, so someone ends up dying. People die from smoking all the time. People die from smoking all the time. So what I'm trying to say is, these were these super highly publicized cases that basically shocked the entire nation. And that's why there are warning labels on smokeless tobacco products. And that's why smokeless tobacco is not allowed to be on the TV and the radio anymore. It's because of basically Sean Marcy's death. So that's why people have that idea that when you chew tobacco, you dip tobacco, it the constant contact with the mouth creates an enormous risk of oral cancer. Nowadays, in 2013, as we are right now, April 1st, 2013, the belief now is it's not good for you to dip, it's not good for you to chew, it's not good for you to smoke, but that it's not as dangerous as it once was thought. So Nowadays, people say, well, it's bad for you, it's not good for you, you definitely are increasing your risk, like MudJug said, you know, but it's not as bad as people once thought. Back in the late 80s, early 90s, people were like, you were just wearing a shirt that says, please give me mouth cancer. So that's why, if anyone was wondering why people have that idea of smokeless tobacco being so bad, chewing tobacco being so bad, that's why it is. It's because of these very, very highly publicized cases in the late 80s, early 90s. Anyway, that's it. Bye. See you later. MudJug, if you're watching, love your videos. Love your sense of humor. You're a very informative guy. I like watching your videos. Anyway, peace and bye. See you later, and bye.